Good morning, everyone. I hope you are doing fine and enjoying a quality time with your family. So, as you are aware of the current situation because of the pandemic condition, we have decided to resume our classes through this particular video lectures. I will be sharing the small video lecture on a regular basis, and the idea of sharing the video lecture is to make a conceptual clarity on the various marketing strategy so far we have discussed, and we will be discussing the things which we have not covered up in the class because of the lockdown condition. Although I have shared various study materials, PPTs, and so many things through emails and through Google Classroom, but I also believe that you need some clarity on the conceptual thing regarding the various strategies. So, in today's e-lecture, yes, it is a e-lecture, I will be discussing on the product lifecycle strategies. So, like the product lifecycle, the things you have already been studied, you have studied these things in the first semester, I guess. So just reviewing the concept of the product life cycle, and we will be discussing about the various strategies being adopted. Product life cycle. A product life cycle is one of the most frequently encountered concept in the marketing management. The idea of the product life cycle was being conceptualized by Theodore Levitt, and many other have elaborated and have given their own theory, addition, and they have elaborated by their own interpretation. So what actually the product life cycle is? Product life cycle portray graphically the sales history of a product from the time it is being introduced in the market. Okay, so when the product is being introduced for the first time in the market till the product is being withdrawn from the market. Generally, the phase out phase or the decline phase, we generally call it. So, uh, product life cycle has mainly four stages: the introduction, growth, maturity, and a decline phase. Introduction, as you know, the product, when a company launches a product, a new product for the first time in the market, that particular product is totally new, the concept is new, and it is being presented for the first time in the market. At this stage, generally, the distribution system is being obtained and initiated. We have seen that at the introduction stage, the price is generally high. Now, the question is why the price is generally high? The simple is the simple logic behind the price is high that the company want to make the high level promotion of these kind of product because these products are new and the consumers are not aware of these kind of product. So the company uses multiple strategies for the promotion of the new introduced product in the market. That's why the price is generally high. At the same time, the number of consumers are also less at this particular period of time. That's why the price is generally pitched high. Many examples like when a company launches a new product. Take an example of the smartphone industry. When the new smartphone is being launched, the product is generally priced high, and later the product price is at the declining stage because of the several factors we will be discussing. The second stage is the growth stage. The growth stage where the consumers, like, they are being aware of the product, like there is some product which has come to the market and that product is unique product and that product has so and so features. The consumer are getting aware of these kind of the feature of the products, and the at the and as a result sales are increasing. The unique feature of this growth stage is that the distribution system is being expanded. Like at the introduction stage, for an example, the company has launched a product to a particular selective area, like take an example like the Delhi or the Mumbai. And based on the response of the consumers, if the product is performing well, the product will be distributed at several places like Varanasi or any other places or any other city. So two factors lead to the success of the product at the growth stage is that the sales are increasing and the consumer are promoting the product by itself. That is through the word of mouth communication. Like people are talking about the product, that the product feature, the unique feature of the product is so and so, and that lead to increase in the sales. The third is the maturity stage. Now at this stage, since we know that any product is a new product not for a longer period of time, the competitors will try to imitate the strategies being or the unique feature you have introduced into the product, and as a result there will be several competitors. They will be selling the product at a lower price, which will actually damage the market, or you will be losing out the consumers, because the consumer will be switching to the competitor's product because it is at a lower price. So at this stage the company uh, try to like they try to make maximum sales at this particular period of time, and at this particular period of time the company, those company who has launched the product, a new product at the introduction stage, becomes the market leader, because at this stage that particular company holds the maximum sales or the revenue for that particular product in the market. The last stage is the decline phase. At this stage, so many competitors are into the market, and the product is being extensively used by the consumers. The product features become obsolete. The technology being used in this particular uh, product, introduced product, is being obsolete, and the company try to come up with the new product with a unique feature. So at this stage the company try to sell out all the product which is being into the market at the reduced price. Generally this feature is known as the harvesting. A final stage is also called as the dropout, when the product is being deleted or abandoned from the market. So these are some of the features of the product life cycles. As you know that four stages are there: the introduction, growth, maturity and decline. The sales are generally low at the introduction stage, and it start increasing towards the growth stage, and we have discussed that at the maturity stage the sales is at the higher level and tend to decline at this last stage. The price is high, and the reason we have also discussed why it is high at the introduction stage, and then generally the price is being lowered at the further stages. Profit, why the profit is low or the negative sometimes at the introduction stage, because the company is more into the promotion part. They are extensively promoting their product, and the consumers are also less. Only those consumers like the innovative consumers are purchasing the product at this stage. Profit at the growth stage and the maturity stage is generally high, and at the declining stage it is like the company want to achieve the maximum revenue from the product at the declining stage. The customers, the general type of the customers are the innovators at the introduction, early adopters at the growth stage, maturity at the maturity stage, the early majority, and the laggards. These these elements we'll be discussing in the next lecture. what are the innovators, early adopters. Generally, these are the uh, theories of product life cycles. We'll be discussing about the various two theories, and the competition, the type of the competition. At the first stage, the competition is generally low, and with the uh, product feature is being exposed in the market, the competitors are trying to imitate the product feature, the competition tend to increase in the further stages. And the last slide is regarding the strategies being used in the product life cycle. It is easy to decode the various strategies being used in the product life cycle. Like at the introduction stage, it is obvious that the product is new in the market. The company will try to create more awareness regarding the product feature. They will be spending more on the research and development department to make the product a unique product. At the growth stage, the company strategy will be to become the leader into the market and try to penetrate the whole market. And the maturity stage is generally the uh, earning or the revenue generation stage. So the strategy at this particular stage will be to gain maximum revenue because you are the leader in the market. And at the decline stage, you don't invest a penny into the extension or the diversification or any kind of research and development department for that particular product, and you try to apply the harvesting strategy. It means ki you try to sell out the product which is being in the market at the lower price, at the reduced price, and you coming up with a new product. The type of the product is the basic product at the introduction stage. Like you can take an example of the uh, kurkure, a snack from the PepsiCo, kurkure. The When the product was launched at the introduction stage, the basic flavor was being given to the consumers, and later on the product diversification was made. Like so many flavors come into the market, and generally it captured the whole market. And the snacks category, kurkure was at some time it was very famous uh, uh, among the kids regarding the like so many flavors are there. But ultimately, because of the lack of the innovation or the because of the competitor coming up into the market, there is a decline phase of the kurkure as well. Distribution distribution is at the introduction stage is the selective distribution. Like you are, like we have discussed, ki you are coming up with a unique product, you are launching the product at the selective geographical location, like uh, in the metro cities, you take an example. And when the product reaches to the consumer, the product performance is good, then you make an extension of the distribution. Like you are distributing the product not only to the metro city but to the other part of the country as well. Maturity, intensive and extensive. And at the last stage is the decline stage, where you also using the selective geographical location. Like now this particular product is become obsolete in the metro city, so you are using a platform where the consumers are like the laggard consumers are there, into the rural areas, into the cities. And the last one is the communication strategy. We have discussed the communication strategy as well. Like the strategy will be will be to create more awareness into the in the introduction stage, and at the growth stage stimulate wider trials. Like many of the consumer who are still not purchasing the product and they are into the like any kind of chaos or any kind of confusion, like how the product performance will be. So you will be using the trial method, so, like distributing the samples or distributing the free trials of any kind of product. And at the maturity stage and the decline stage, you try to maintain a distinctiveness feature of the product amongst the competitors product. Okay, so stress is given on the brand differences and what are the unique benefits you are offering. And at the last stage, the decline stage, generally phase out maintenance only. It means like you are into the harvesting things. You are not making any kind of expenditure on the communication stage, communication strategy. So these were the product life cycle strategies. And in the coming lecture, we'll be discussing the theories of the product life cycles. So we will be in touch through uh, these mediums. I will be sharing the PPT file for this particular lecture through Google Classroom. Stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.